Here's why you still have a shot with your ex, even if you get blocked, even if they say that they're done forever, or even if you've broke up in the past. Watch this video for the reason. Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I help people get their exes back. And if you've been broken up before, if your ex has said that they're done forever and this time it's for good, or if they blocked you, it feels like you're done. And you can tell that your ex means what they say when they're breaking up with you. But I actually have some other information that you need to consider before you just give up. So the first thing is, if you've broken up in the past, and maybe you've even done no contact in the past and you've gotten them back, you're wondering, is there a point in time which it just won't work again? And as somebody who's talked to multiple people a day, usually about 8 people a day on average, I get to hear so many stories, and even just within these individual stories, people break up and they come back together multiple times. And there's no limit to how many times no contact will work. Otherwise I would be noticing like some threshold of times where it just stops working. It just never does. Now, on that note, there is a point of diminishing returns. In other words, like every time that you go into no contact, it's probably going to take a little bit longer. Your ex is going to be a little bit more exhausted. So maybe that hints at some point where it would stop working, but I've just never seen it before. Now, the second thing is, if your ex has said that they're done with you for good, you have to understand that anything anyone ever says is simply an expression of how they feel in the moment, based upon the things that have led up to that moment. So if you've hurt your ex, or if they've freaked out because of fear of commitment, or if they're really stressed out, or just you've been fighting a lot, just whatever the case is, if your ex says they're done for good this time, when you look in their eyes, you can tell that they mean it. In that moment, they feel they can never imagine a future with you ever again. And it's pretty, intense. But reality has a funny way of changing over time. Okay. And the things that you do, if you adhere to the principles of attraction, you stay away from the things that got you into that spot to begin with, right? To whatever extent it's your fault or you have a part in it. You will get a different expression from them later after some time has passed. And this is the utility of no contact. Even if you didn't have anything to do with them feeling this way, okay, time will still work in your favor, whereas later you can have another chance, as long as you know how to play your cards. Now, lastly, if they've blocked you, again, it feels like, oh, see, they've shut me out of their life entirely. They deleted all their pictures. They took my mom and dad off Facebook, whatever, okay, and then they blocked you. A lot of times this is an attempt to shut you out of their mind. A lot of times people that break up with you out of the blue, if that's what happened to you, they will run away from their problems and they'll do things like this to shut you out. Also, there's other drama involved with breakups, right? Like trying to make each other jealous, like not wanting to see statuses and get triggered from it and all this stuff. But what I see as a coach is that most people will unblock you within about 3 months or so. Doesn't mean that it's going to take 3 months to get unblocked, but people unblock you over time, okay? It doesn't mean that your relationship is done just because they blocked you. So if you want my help getting them back, click into my profile, click this link right here, set up a call with me, and I'm going to hear your story and give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.